Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. So first off, Happy New Year to all the people that are part of the BTM fam. Thanks for joining. This is the first video of the year. Took off for the holidays, but now we're back to business, getting back to work. So thanks for joining and happy new year, right? We're back. It is 2026 and things are going to change in the crypto market. So let's start the screen share and see what we can see. So turn on the spotlight and start with our sponsor, Caleb and Brown. So thanks for Caleb and Brown for sponsoring the BTM Crypto News Network for another year. And thanks for Caleb and Brown for the percentage we get for people to sign up. Thank all you people that signed up. And as you can see, you can use my link in the description to sign up with Caleb and Brown. You get 24/7 support and a one-on-one permanent broker, someone to help you navigate this crazy world of crypto. And Caleb and Brown also self-custody. So if you're new to crypto and worried about losing your crypto or getting scammed or having someone con you out or scam you out or lose your seed phrase or your passwords, Caleb and Brown also self-custody crypto. So thanks for Caleb and Brown and check out the link in the description. Let's go over to the chat real quick. What's going on, Yazim? What's going on? What up with you, fam? What up, Silver Days? Where you been? BTM Crypto News Network. Yasim, Happy New Year. Happy New Year, BTM fam. What up, New Wave? What's going on with you? I might do a Caspa live after this. Haven't decided yet. But I might do another live stream. I got another turbo video I'm editing and I already posted the XRP. So we are back all the way. BTM, peace family. Thanks, Yazim. So let's go over to the bubbles and see what we can see. So currently, Turbo's up 17.8. FTT is up 27.8. Snake's up 11.5. Virtual's up 12.3. Flare's up 2.9. Flucky's up 11. XPX 6900 is up 10.5. Aster's up 6.1. HBAR is up 6.6. Helium is up 6.5. TON is up 8.6. BitTensor Tau is up 8.2 on the day, down 0.2 on the hour, up 14.5 on the week, down 16.9 for the month, and down 52.3 on the year. Currently at $248.66. Caspa's up 3.8. Gala's up 12.2. Arch Block is up 6.2. Chrono's up 5.2. AIOZ is up 5.8. Core's up 5.3. Litecoin is up 3.7. Aerodrone is up 16%. Ingest is up 7.8. Zan is up 11.5. FET is up 6.5. POW is up 9.2. Stronghold is up 12.3. Quant is up 6.3. Helium's up 10.4. Alchemy Pay is up 6.8. Pepe is up 22.8. Vet's up 7.2. AIXBT is up 12%. Moodan's up 7.5. World Liberty Financial is up 4.9. XLM is up 7.8. Hondo's up 9.7. Brett's up 12.8. World Mobile Token is up 0.5 on the hour, 5.2 on the day, 21% on the week, down 47.1 on the month, and down 85.1 on the year. The Zcash is down 6.8 on the day, up 9.5 on the week, up 41.1 on the month, and up 725%. Let's go. Our PAM is up 4.9. ICP is up 5%. XPR is up 5.5 on the day, up 0.1 on the hour, up 5% on the week, down 20.8 on the month, and up 1,119% on the year. Render is up 8.5. Dodge is up 12.8. Sui's up 12.1. Metal's up 5.7. Solana is up 4.8 on the day, down 0.2 on the hour, up 8.5 on the week, down 8.7 on the month, and down 36.2 on the year. And if you notice, the meme coins run first and then the altcoin. So there might be an altcoin rally happening in January. We'll have to wait and see. Ethereum is up 4.1 on the day, unchanged on the hour, up 6.8 on the week, down 7.2 on the month, and down 9.3 on the year. It's still at 3,125. So Bitcoin is up 1.6 on the day, up 0.1 on the hour, up 3% on the week, down 3.7 for the month, and down 6.9 on the year, but it is over 90,000 and pushing. Let's see here. This is the ZBCN, our favorite payroll processor, the crypto we all know and love. The infrastructure of the future is up 1% on the day, which is okay, guys. Just be patient. On the hour, it is up 1.2%. For the week, it is down 4.8. For the month, it is down 16.2. But for the year, it's still up 172%. Let's go. So let's look at the CoinMarketCap says it is down to 0.002, down 1.36% on the day. Market cap is 243.9, down 1.3, and 24-hour trading volume is 7.15 million, up 7% on the day. Let's refresh this because the bubble said it was up. How is this now? That's weird. Yeah. So the bubbles are reloading there. Let's refresh this as well. So for live coin watch, we're at the 0025 of 0.97 on the hour, up 0.91 on the day, down 4.73 on the week, down 16.5 on the month, down 48.6 for 90 days, but still up 172% on the year. Going back over to CoinMarketCap, the 0025, up 0.99% on the day, 243.7 million, up 0.99% of market cap on the day, and 24-hour trading volume is 724 million, up 9.3 on the day. So let's see, we'll leave that open. Looking at the holders is 90,213. Didn't quite hit that 100,000 before the end of 2025. But for 2026, we're definitely going to hit the 100,000 mark. Looks like on the 4 hours, we added 28, 12 hours, we added 80. For the day, we added 127. 3 days, we're down 71. For the week, we're up 106. For 2 weeks, we're up 499. And 30 days is the month, we're up 1,053. And this is Solo Scan. Solo Scan says we're at 90,217. So we're definitely going to hit that 100,000 mark by the end of January. So just a month behind, just running behind just a little bit, right? Just a twitch. We're not all the way down, but we are coming back. It's coming down for us to pick it up. So this is Throbbing Learning. Pirates, the treasure map of compliance just dropped. JK, nothing happened today, but this edit looked fuego. We buy any all dips around here. Happy 2026. So happy 2026, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. So this is the treasure map of compliance. And of course, you know, we're SOX 2 compliant, MECI compliant, ISO 20022 completed, and FCA is in progress. Zebec is committed to meeting the highest security and regulatory standards worldwide as crypto regulations continue to evolve. We are proactively updating our global compliance framework to stay ahead of emerging requirements for financial businesses, operations, and digital assets. So shout out to, who is this? Throbbing Lantern. This is ZBCN Man. ZBCN Man says, hey, everybody, we need your opinion. This is Coin Market Cap. Which project should we be featured for the 371st issue of 3 coins to keep an eye on? CeeLo, Lena, XLM, and ZBCN. Our analysts will pick the one with the most votes, the top 3 picks, and ZBCN is number 1. So we can guarantee the ZBCN will be in there, and maybe this Lena and probably CeeLo. We'll have to wait and see if XLM will catch it, but ZBCN will definitely be on the list. Uphold highlights Zebec headquarters, their 2025 rewind. So Uphold's the first major crypto platform to bring US dollars on chain, issued by National Chartered Bank and backed by the strength of customer protections of the US banking system. Uphold and Zebec team up for the NBA and NHL stadium takeover, an exclusive jersey giveaway. And I still haven't got a jersey, but so be it. Uphold's taking a major step forward, expanding on-chain access. We applied with the FINRA to offer tokenized securities and partnered with T0 to provide trading, clearing, and custody infrastructure. If approved, tokenized private company shares could be available to U.S. investors in the late 2026. So shout out to Uphold. What is going on? I don't even know what that says. Back something? I'm not even sure. What up, Phantom Beats and my son and my soon to the moon rich snooty voice? Happy New Year. So shout out to Phantom Beats. I need to work on my new rich voice, my rich and improved, upgraded financial voice. Gotta get my financial voice online there. My what is it? I gotta get me an uppity voice. If you don't even have a roadmap, you don't even have a roadmap. What are you talking about? How many languages Zebec has? Bro, you make up nonsense. Just do your thing and stop saying BS without even doing any research. We have a 2025 roadmap and we have a 2026 RM as well. RM says, but this is the spaces. Make sure you sign up for this, which is next Thursday. I need to get a reminder on this one myself. The ZBig Spaces product roadmap and tokenization for 2026 with Simon and Ben White at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. CTE, Thursday, January 8th. So I wonder if they're going to have any information about the super app. Let me know if you guys have seen or heard anything about the super app. Moving forward. So this is George. I was going to use this for the what is that? For the thumbnail, but I decided not to. But I guess I should have. I don't know. ZBCN 2026 roadmap, January 8th. After a great 2025 year with all promises kept and delivered, right? Everything they said they was going to do, they did, right? To the They stuck to the script and everything went well. I'm beyond excited to see what's in your plans for 2026. We're going to set high sales all around the world. And this is Zebexis Maximus. Stop it, Zebec. Stop. Don't be that guy. So, of course, it dipped down slightly today, but as you know, by the dictator chip, uh, XRP was up 7% on the day. Bitcoin 1.3, Ethereum 4.2, Solana 4%, and HBAR 6.1%. So don't be surprised if a Zebec starts pumping today, later today, and tomorrow. So this again is a ZBCN man. Hey, ZBCN fam, looks like Coinbase tops inflows of ZBCN for the past 24 hours yet again. Will 2026 be the year it's finally listed ZBCN? Sure seems like they are accumulating steel for that listing. Stay tuned. So let's see what ZBCN man found here. So this is a wallet, unlock the power of Solana with the Solo Scan Pro. Okay. Total volume that somebody bought 40,283 at zero point zero 0.04 Solana and 164 tokens. It can't be right. Well, it looks like Coinbase. That's weird. Why is it only 169? And there you can see number of transfers 144 to that wallet. Total volume 56.7 mil. Okay. So I guess this is the Coinbase wallet, and these guys are steadily accumulating. So shout out to ZBCN man for that update. Throbbing Lantern on Uphold $1,000 is roughly 369 Zebec. I know you received Christmas or Hanukkah money. You know the drill, not financial advice, of course. But yes, actually a pretty good, yeah, right? For $1,000, you got 369,000 Zebec at a market rate of $1 to every 384 and 50 Zebec. Dang, that deposit fee was crazy. $39? But you still picked up almost a 500,000 Zebec, so I can't be mad there. And I want the price to stay down as long as possible so we can scoop up as much as we can. And this is Mr. Foresight. So I got that video. We'll come back to that in a minute. Most crypto investors believe strong community guarantees higher prices. That belief is why so many people stay stuck. Zebec is different. Zebec versus most crypto. Why supply shrink here and price will follow. Gonna check that out in a second. But this is the Zebec Nation. Zebec buyback continues. In Q4 2025, Zebec bought 43.7 mil won a Zebec for approximately 120,000 US dollars, funded by revenue from the Zebec card program. A strong close to 2025 as we prepare to roll out updated tokenomics in 2026, and that is the Zebec ZBCN buyback Q4 2025, 43.7 million, approximately 120,000. Q3 2025, 15.1 million Zebec. So this is breaking news. The crypto is the equivalent of a company using real profits to buy back its own stock. Not hype, not symbolism, real revenue creating real demand. And that's exactly what Zebec is doing to support long-term value. Token burns sound good. Token buybacks works better. Why? Because they're powered by real revenue, real demand, and long-term price support. So let's see if we can watch this little
This is
video.
the kind of move we rarely see in crypto anymore. While most projects are printing supply and drowning holders, Zebec is tightening the ship. In Q4 2025 alone, Zebec bought back over 43.7 million ZBCN tokens. That's around $120,000 worth, completely funded by real revenue from the Zebec card program. No hype, no empty promises, actual revenue, actual buybacks. And this is just the warm-up, because updated tokenomics are coming in 2026, and they are gearing up for something big. If you're watching fundamentals, this is the signal. This is the kind of move we rarely see in crypto anymore. While most projects are printing supply and drowning holders, Zebec is tightening the ship. In Q4 2025,
So shout out to YapX Crypto Money and that quick video. This is ZBCN Car was king, cash was king. Understanding the power of staking is critical for your financial future. Staking as little as 1 million tokens for 1 year could earn you $4 per day, just a 1 cent token value. Zebec allows you to stake up to 5 million per wallet. So let's see the numbers here. Oh, this is staking 5 million at 15%, 1 year staking 750K at $1 is $5,020 per day. At 2 cents, $15,041 per day. Skip on down to 25 cents, 187,000. Zebec, $513 a day. 30 cents, 225. Zebec, $614 a day. I'm about to start staking, brother. Definitely going to stake more, at least a couple mil. Wait, how much is that? It was 5 mil? I mean, if it gets to 25 cents, where we at? Okay, realistically, if it gets to 15 cents, that's 112,500, $300 a day. 1 cent, 75,000 ZBIC, $248 a day. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna look into staking. Phantom Beat, take your time with the super app. It needs working at 100% when ready. Yeah, no rush, bro. And we can keep accumulating in the meantime. So yeah, definitely don't rush the super app. So this is Yacht X Crypto. I don't know if that's the same video or not. Token burn sound good. Token bop. Yeah, I think this is the same video. Is this the same? It's not the same video because that one was, I think it is 43. Let's see if this is the same video or not.
This is the kind of move we rarely see in crypto anymore. While most projects are printing supply and drowning holders, Zebec is tightening the ship. In Q4 2025 alone, Zebec bought back over 43.7 million ZBCN tokens. That's around $120,000 worth, completely funded by real revenue from the Zebec card program. No hype, no empty promises, actual revenue, actual buybacks. And this is just the warm-up, because updated tokenomics are coming in 2026, and they are gearing up for something big. If you're watching fundamentals, this is the signal. This is the kind of move we rarely.
So I guess that was the same video we watched twice, but that's okay. This is CKJ Crypto News, and it's got a little quick video as well. Not sure if there's anything said, but I do like the ship in troubled waters, but it's still pushing. So shout out to Boozilla, warning bullish content, bullish network. So shout out to Boozilla. And this is ZBCN Colex, ZBCN, the future of payroll. Getting paid in real time every second. ZBIC has real use, utility, and will be used worldwide, spreading across the globe. That's the thing, guys. People are getting all upset about the ZBIC. It ain't even being used yet, guys. Just hold the phone, man. Who is this? Peter, what up? ZBIC is still being slept on. Some weekends selling. Next stop, 1 penny. You best believe it, Peter. CKJ Crypto News, Boozilla. Shout out to Silver Days and Boozilla. People gonna think 5 cents is a steal soon, right? I suspect we're gonna hit 5 cents and blow right on past it. People are gonna be mad they didn't get in at a penny, like everything else. People are gonna be mad as the price goes up, they didn't get in and they had ample opportunity. Made that video is pretty cool. but there are no words there. It was pretty cool, especially with the ship floating around all the tokens. Zebec is fully ISO 222 compliant. Do you think a Zebec can hit $1? Put a fire emoji in the chat if you know where it's at, and if a Zebec can hit $1 soon. People in other countries already using the credit card, the debit card, bro. LP, you're right. I think 97 countries, but I was talking about the streaming payroll and people using the streaming payroll in the US, right? That's when the real compliance will happen, when the US adopts it and people are there and understand. So this is, excuse me, uh, Yada X ZBCN ISO 222 confirmed. TradeFi rails unlocked. Real-time payroll, institutional flows incoming. 2026 roadmap drops January 8th, and it's going to be insane. Are you ready or watching from the sidelines? Bro, we are all the way live. Promises made, promises kept. ZBCN achieves the ISO 222 compliance in 2025, sets the stage for further institutional adoption and broader use cases for real-time finance engine globally and on-chain payments to fully compliant rails. Zebec continues building the intersection of crypto and traditional finance. So the last time we pulled this up, the Zebec wasn't on here. So this is the top ISO 222 tokens by market cap. And you see us right here. Mama, we made it. This is a Zebec actually on the list right above XPR Network, Caspa, Electrica protocol, and a metal blockchain. So there's XRP, Cardano, Chainlink, Stellar, HBAR, Algorand, XDC, Quant, IOTA, Zebec. What is this extra? I need to check this out. Actually, this X EN. Let me know if any of you guys are already in that XPN. There's an XEP actually, but it's kind of cheap. So it might make a run and it might be pretty easy to get. Just trying to see what platform it is on. So Binance, Trust, and what is this? MetaMask. It's in the Phantom wallet and the Solo Flare, but I ain't messing with Solo Flare and freaking crooks. Forget Solo Flare. And advise you not to use Solo Flare as well. If you guys want to play games, we can play games. We can play games. Back to X. Let's see here. Oh wow, what is this? Crypto Chrome has a quick video.
Rails said old systems were too entrenched, too slow, too costly. Then Stripe spun up a team and built Tempo. Not a meme coin, not a pump narrative. A payments platform backed by players like Kalshi, Klarna, Shopify, names you already use. Tempo isn't about hype. It's about turnkey payments infrastructure, fast payouts, real compliance, real rails. Stripe already figured out online money flow, checkout to settlement, in a way banks never did. Now Tempo takes those lessons and applies them to crypto and real-world liquidity. So what's the big deal? Because this time it's not just blockchain developers saying one day. It's Stripe adjacent, with real consumer brands and fintech backing it from launch. But here's the catch. Tempo isn't built on Ethereum or Solana. It's its own layer 1. That means users might stay inside Stripe's rails, onboarding with stablecoins, yes, but not flowing into DeFi. At least, not at first. That's a different kind of power play. Quiet, contained, controlled. This is the kind of move that doesn't make noise at first. It builds quietly until everyone else notices. And when it clicks, the market pays attention fast. What's in it for crypto? Tempo probably won't launch a token, but it uses stablecoins in the real world for actual payments, not just trading. It's like when the internet stopped being a place for chat rooms, and suddenly you could order a pizza or call a ride. That's where crypto's heading. Not just talk, but tools people actually use. And if that catches on, the next big winners won't just be hyped up coins. They'll be the ones powering real payments.
So shout out to Crypto Chrome.
They
Because
laughed when
as we
crypto talked
mentioned,
about replacing rails.
it could be sooner than you think. What up, Tony T? Once we get to a penny, retail will think it's so cheap and we rock it. Yes, retail think it's cheap and it is battle tested and it's time to buy. And we have already been in it for a while. Zebec is going to rip in 2026. Let it rip, tater chip. Which is turbo. So I guess that's all the Zebec. Yeah, I was looking at this. This ain't even on today. Unless I'm looking at the wallet wrong, because this ain't even on here. This is yeah, it ain't here. That's weird. Let me see. What is this? Electrica protocol. Oh, ain't that weird? It's not even on here. Maybe you got to get it somewhere else, I guess. We'll check MetaMask real quick. But let's look at currently the crypto market is $3 trillion, up 2.7% on the day. CMC 20 up 191.58, up 2.7%. For the fear and greed index, we are at 34. Altcoin season is 23, moving away from Bitcoin dominance, and the average crypto RSI is overbought. And that's why you're seeing the price action today. And I think it's going to stay on that overbought side at 64.7. So let me know what you guys think about that. And what up, Tony T? What up, Silver? So let's see here. We want to go to this video. This is we on a slow rise up. I feel it. We are. I think it's going to keep pumping too. But let me see. Let's start this video from Buy Rich, Grow Rich, and Grow Happy.
Today's message. A chosen one isn't created. They are revealed. Welcome back, all my free thinkers, to another episode of Grow Rich, Grow Happy, that place where we follow the breadcrumbs to wealth. And in this episode, I want to talk about Zebec for the first time this year. It's going to be an amazing year, but you have to keep the discipline alive. But in talking about Zebec, and we're going to talk about their buybacks, as I was looking at something with the buybacks that they had in December, and I zoomed out and I looked at it from a bigger standpoint, a larger standpoint, from that bird's eye view where I could look down and say, okay, I can use this and show you guys why this project is going to go where we all believe it's going to go. But to do that, I feel it's important to explain to you the effect of communities. So you take communities, we're going to take the Zebec community. You can look at the XRP and those communities as well, but we're going to take Zebec and we're going to look at something that is a big misconception with people out there. You have these factions of people in these communities that attach themselves to these projects. And as an outsider looking in, someone looking for a project to jump on, you're doing all this research and then you look at the community. I talked about this in my book. You're looking at the community. You want to make sure they have a strong community. Well, there's another piece to that that people gloss over. And what that is just because people believe in something doesn't mean that the price is going to go up. And that's a hard truth. I don't care how big the community is, and people just, yes, and they're pushing it along with their will. That doesn't mean that the price is going to go up. The price is only going to move based on the change of supply and demand. Supply either works with you or it works against you. And that's the biggest thing. The more places that people can get an asset, that helps, especially if you have a strong community, because now a lot of the retailers who are not so crypto savvy, but they see a good deal and they can understand a good deal, they need to be readily able to go and get it with less friction. And I believe Zebec is doing that. And as more exchanges begin to enlist their ZBCN asset, it's only going to increase from there. Once you understand that, then you can shuffle through the fluff and say, okay, this project has a better chance of reaching what the community believes is just astronomical numbers than others. So we're going to take a look at that, and I'm going to show you guys something that some of you might not have thought about, and that's why I'm here. So do me a favor, guys, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. Let's get this video up to 300 or 400 likes. Let's do that. I see people doing that sometimes. Let's say, oh, let's try it. 300-400 likes. Let's do it, guys. And share these videos as always. Zebec is still that project that I believe can only hold itself back. And right now it's continuing with the momentum that it has. Of course, look down below, lock up your crypto. Did a video yesterday, flash that up here. Guys, I don't care if you are from a novice to an expert, check out that video by the guy who lost $80,000. His whole life savings and wants to, end it all now based on a crypto scam. So get you a cold storage wallet, offer a 10% discount on Tangent Cold Storage Wallet is the way to lock up your crypto. Shout out to all the free thinkers who are, you got your Tangent wallets or any other crypto wallet and you are consistent about locking your stuff up. Also swing over to growrichgrowhappy.com. Check that out and check out all the things I have over there for you as well. So what we're going to do, I said I wanted to talk about the buybacks because that is super important. So I want to jump over here and I want to show you something that's really pretty good. So we look here and Zebec put this out at the making of this video an hour ago. It says ZBCN buybacks continue. In quarter 4 of 2025, Zebec bought back 43 million ZBCN tokens, roughly at today's price of $120,000. Imagine if you had that much Zebec, right? Funded by revenue from the Zebec Cards program. So important. A strong close to 2025 as we prepare to roll out updated tokenomics in 2025. And I can't wait to see that. They also have a Zebec Spaces coming up. We're going to go over that as well. That is on January the 8th, January the 8th. But I want you guys to look at this because this is the big deal here. So this is what they did in 2025, December. But I did some other numbers and total, these guys over the year of 2025, Zebec, they brought back 164 million ZBCN tokens at today's price, roughly the value is around $410,000. Now they bought that back, and for those of you that are new, and I do this because I respect everyone that levels on this channel, that means what they did, they bought them back and they removed them from circulation. And I'm going to jump over here right quick because so they have a total of 100 billion max supply, Zebec. So roughly they've removed 164 million ZBCN. And to those of you who don't have any patience, you might look at that and say, well, that ain't nothing. Look at how much is left. Well, that's a big deal because these buybacks are going to scale with the adoption of ZBCN or Zebec Network. So the more institutions, the more people that come on board and get their cards, because that's what it's based on, their card revenue. The more people come on, as that continues, remember, guys, we had a technically with connections and compliance, Zebec did great in 2025. They did everything that they said they were going to do. So what is that going to do? This year, it's just going to bring on more people. They capped the year off getting their ISO compliance. That's bringing in institutions, more institutions than ever. And that's more people that are going to be adopting the Zebec cards. And as that scales with the adoption, that's going to be, I believe they're going to blow past this 410,000 total worth of ZBCN that they bought back in 2025. I believe they're going to blow past that in 2026 because they're going to have more access. They're going to be listed for one or more tier one exchanges. So I think that is great. Time and assets like this is your ally. That's why I tell you, this is a long-term play. Time is our ally. All we got to do is sit back and just wait. Look at this, guys. If you look at, and this is the current price right now, I think it's still undervalued. So is a lot of our other main plays that we are in, but Zebec is that one, guys. It's that one. So you look here, and I got it out on the year because I want to show you what we all went through. If you look here, and you look, those of you who got in back in January of last year, guys, you got it for a steal. Let me know down below how many of you guys was in Zebec back in January or February of last year, because I know you guys got a boatload of Zebec. But anyway, you see the ups and downs that we went through here. And what I want you to really think of is think of these projects as most projects don't fail because the project is bad at all, like it was a bad idea. They fail because, and you can see it with a lot of these projects, they fail because the projects keep introducing more tokens, or their token supply just keeps growing and there's no demand for it. And we see it with a lot of projects. A lot of things affect that is how easy can somebody get to your token to buy it? What's your marketing like? Zebec is doing a lot. These guys are doing a ton to get their name out there, and they have an amazing community. And not only does this community believe in the project, but they are actually doing the work. These Zebec Network themselves, they're making the connections, they're buying back the asset. And what that does is it shows consistency over time as they continue to do these buybacks throughout the year. What that shows an institution is that these guys are consistent, and that's the kind of project you want to get with. Plus they're compliant, and plus it's an amazing idea. The fact that they're changing payroll, it goes right back to that easy to understand model of their company. We're changing payroll globally. So with that, guys, let's not forget they are an American company. So the sky's the limit for them. But I believe a lot of people miss out on this because, you know, you can go in so many different directions with a lot of these plays. And before I jump over here and clean this up with you guys, I'm going to jump down here and show you what's coming up. Actually, I missed it. Here we go. Here we go. All right, this is the Zebec Spaces that's coming up, guys. Make sure you get over here and set your reminder. It is Simon and Ben White, and they're going to be.
So shout out to Grow Rich and Grow Happy. And I didn't see that announcement there. So let me see. Go back to the Zebec page to see if we can find that announcement. What up, Hitter All Day? What up, FBT, Silver, Bay, and Tony? What's going on? BTM, Hitter All Day. Let's go. Thank you, brother. Happy New Year's, guys. Thanks for joining. Thanks for keeping BTM crypto news on the map. And this is the Happy New Year. I missed that from Zebec. That's actually pretty cool. But I'm looking for the. Is this a commercial? Is it another commercial we missed? Dang it. I'm trying to come find that. Here we go. So the reminder's set. Let's go back up to this commercial. So I actually didn't see this guy.
Trapped by tradition.
Pause this. I wonder if Zebec will make it in this business. If Zebec will make it in this business. Huh? Go, Zebec to $1. Amarjo? Thanks for joining. Let's play this video real quick.
Life's best moments, they're now or never. Unscripted, unforgettable. They don't wait for later, but often your earned money does. Trapped by traditional pay cycles. That delay, it's more than inconvenient. It's a memory that didn't happen. It's time to change that. With Zebec, stream your earnings in real time. Your money in your account as you earn it, instantly, so you can live life unpaused. Say yes to today. Be there for what truly matters right now. Zebec Real-Time Pay, for real life in real time.
So shout out to Phantom. What are you talking about? I don't follow that. What do you mean? If Zebec will make it in this business. I try to be fun. It's a joke. What is up, Hitter All Day? Oh, it's a joke. I'm tripping. Let me see. How long is the video? Because I'm not even sure. 3 minutes. I think we can suffer through 3 minutes. Let's see what this guy's talking about real quick.
Traders,
Breakout or
heads
breakout?
up, ZBCN is showing some really exciting price action right now. And if you missed our previous analysis, make sure to check the link in the description. Understanding how key levels behave can make all the difference between catching a massive move or missing out completely. Looking at the current market, ZBCN is clearly in a bullish phase. In our previous analysis, we highlighted a strong support level around 0.0023, which has been respected multiple times. This level has proven itself as a critical zone for potential trade scenarios. As I mentioned before, if price comes back to the 0.0023 support level and forms a bullish candlestick, it signals that buyers are defending the market, creating a perfect opportunity for a buy. On the other hand, if this support fails and breaks, sellers take control, and we would then wait for a retest to look for a potential sell from that level. Market psychology. Inside support levels like 0.0023 are where buyers and sellers battle most intensely. When price respects a support level and reverses, it shows buyer confidence. Conversely, if it breaks, sellers are gaining momentum, and observing this reaction helps us make disciplined trading decisions. Now, here's what actually happened after our previous analysis. Price came back to the 0.0023 support level and respected it perfectly, forming a strong bullish candlestick. This triggered a move from 0.0023 to 0.0025, validating our analysis. So congratulations to everyone who used this analysis and entered the ZBCN market. For those who missed the first entry, there is still an opportunity. Currently, ZBCN is trading around 0.0025 and it hasn't yet reached our next target around 0.0029. This means the market may come back to retest the 0.0023 support level for a second entry. Here's what we are watching. If price returns to 0.0023 and forms a bullish candlestick again, it is another chance to buy from that level towards 0.0029. But if it fails and breaks this support, we wait for a retest and prepare for a sell from 0.0023 down to 0.0021. Summary and conclusion, ZBCN respected our previous support level at 0.0023, giving us a strong bullish move from 0.0023 to 0.0025. This support level remains the key zone to watch for upcoming trade scenarios. If price comes back and respects it, we look for a buy to 0.0029. If it fails and breaks, we wait for a retest and look for a sell down to 0.0021. Traders, do you think ZBCN will respect the 0.0023 support level again and push higher? Or will sellers take control and push it lower? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. All right, traders, that is all we have on ZBCN for today. Stay sharp, trade smart, and I'll see you in the next video.
New this morning, we got the guy at the desk. SoFi launching crypto trading on its platform. Joining us right now, first on CNBC, is SoFi.
That ran over just a little bit, but he's right. Things are getting ready to gear up for Zebec. Canton all the way. Salamander, I actually did pick up some Canton a while ago, and Can's been pumping like crazy. It slowed down today, but over the week, it's up 53%. I'm glad I picked it up. I think it was like 7 or 8 cents. For the month, it's up 3.2. Somebody told me actually at the Bitcoin conference to keep an eye on Canton. So I picked some up and been waiting it out. It's all about building the bags during the bear market. Let's go. Definitely here. This is when you get in and you get deep. It's not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. But bias wise, cheap guys, because 2026 things are changing. They're going to run up, and you would wish you would have got more when you had the chance. Hey, Silver, just enjoying watching the market creeping back up on my quant kick now. Jeff Rowe, what's going on with your ZBCN? Barely got listed on Uphold. I know we will make money. No Face Crypto Channel is going to war with a Zebec. Just look into it, y'all. Not saying we won't get paid. Quant will be king in 2020, 2030. I'm tripping. TARS AI be pumping too. What is this TARS AI? What you talking about? Also love your channel. Thank you, Jeffro. What is this faceless channel you talking about that we're going to war with? And what is this TARS AI? Okay. Let's see what this guy's talking about. Then what is that corp up 100%? TARS. The AR is up 12.3%. Oh, what is this? Look weird. How did it pump 100 and how is it only a 14 million market cap? I'm tripping. Well, that's weird. It pumped 100% in a day. See here. Must be something big on the 700 to 800 Andy. Looks like the meme coins are back rolling. No Face on YouTube. That's the channel name, No Face? Let me see. What is this in the 200s? That's pushing up 5.6%. Piverse? 152 million market cap, up to 57% on the day. What is this? Well, we'll check those out as well. No Face Crypto on YouTube. Oh, so it's the channel is actually called No Face. So, let me see. I guess we'll play just Bozilla real quick, and then we'll go back to Trading Sniper. And if we have time, we'll look at this YouTube video. Let's see what Bozilla had to say.
Orbit, ZBCN. I'm a crypto king. Tornado, cold. ZBCN. Stream where the cash is flow. Ready stop face made a ledger explode. Spit to the moon, put the whole nest slow. No banks, no brakes, just keys and nose. Wallets on fire like a gas main blow. I don't chase checks, they coming slow. Real time pay got me burn like gold. Real time pay got me blowing like gold. Still punch clocks, punching gold. Facts, streaming that payroll straight to my nose. No yet, know that I don't carry that load. My salary's live, never stuck, never froze. I'm a chain link dog, essential I done. Pay hit the wallet before I young. No middleman, just contract done. Smart money move for dawn, strong. ZBT instinct, I'm overdue lean. Capital speed like a DeFi stream. Real time drip, no waiting on dreams. My twins work harder than corporate teams. I'm a crypto king, tornado, cold. BCN stream where the cash is low. No banks, no breaks, just keys and no respect for the moon. Payrolls explode. We don't wait, we transact in seconds. The chain of live, no checks, no guess. 3 blocks of flex, no stress, no questions. Zebec Network, that's a new profession. Tokenized hustle, my money don't sleep. 24/7, the blockchain speaks. From HPA to XRP, that's deep. Respect the king with an earnest deep. I get paid per second, that's the line. Smart time, cash on a digital line. Payroll in motion, precision time. It's that coach redefine grind. October heat when the locks so drop. ZBCN finna lift that top. Million strong in the stream, don't stop. Up it on fire, we control that clock. Real time payroll, that's the creed. Money moves live when the block succeeds. No middle hands, no corporate greed. Zebec flow pure, that's what we need. Spitting coded, deep in my veins. Each new block just out of my range. The future of finance, breaking chains. Crypto kings, remember the name. I'm a crypto king. The cold, we see in stream where the cash is flow. No banks, no breaks, just keys and notes. Back to the moon, payrolls explode.
No banks, no breaks, where the cash just flow.
Wait, we transact in seconds. Chain don't have no tricks, no gas. From blocks to devs, every block's a blessing.
Every block's a blessing.
Zebec Network, that's a new profession.
Zebec Network, that's a new profession.
Straight to orbit.
Straight to orbit. I'd like to welcome everybody. I'd like to welcome everybody to the best way to start the day with CKJ Crypto News. Crypto OG, first member in the building. What up, Crypto OG? Happy New Year, sir. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Oh my God, it's the new year. Matter of fact, this is the official first stream. The official first stream of 2026. The official first stream of 2026. The official first stream of 2026. I'd like to welcome everybody to CKJ Crypto News. I am the Hidden Gem Hunter, the Portfolio Melter. I have been documenting my journey on the greatest wealth transfer in the history of humanity since 2016. Documenting my journey on the evolution of money. Oh, a sneak peek in the future of crypto retirement, Crypto OG. Oh, Crypto OG is already living like this. He's a legend. He's already rich. This is crypto retirement for the rest of us. Crypto OG is already there. Shout out to Crypto OG. Oh my God, look at that right there. CKJ's car. There goes CKJ's car. That's my car. That's my car. That's my car. Remember we used to play That's My Car when we were young? That's my car. I'd like to welcome everybody to the best way to start the day. Zebec on the block. And this is for entertainment purposes only.
Ain't no payroll deal.
And the cash don't sleep.
Play my code, don't sleep.
Real-time cash flow straight to orbit.
Real-time cash flow straight to orbit. ZBCN. King. Oh, crypto king. From A to cold. ZBCN stream ready.
And I'm here to tell them, Devon NRG, 54-month member. 54-month member on this beautiful day, New Year. Y'all see I was the first one to post in the Telegram this morning. What, 4:30, 5:30, 6:30, 7:30? I was the first one up. Because we have a new theme for 2026. Early to bed, early to rise, makes you young, healthy, and wise.
We stream that wild. Ain't no payroll. Play my code, don't sleep.
And here's the thing. YAML Ren Don 9937. I think I can make this bigger. Let me see. Can't go no bigger than that. Here's the thing. I told the world. I know we talked about this last night on a surprise live stream, but some people might have missed it. Some people might have missed it. I told the world in 2025 I was going to issue the biggest call in cryptocurrency. And then I came through with what, Devon? The Zebec Challenge. Payroll, payments of the future. Payments and payroll of the future. And here's the thing. Actually, in this video we did last night, I kind of broke it down. Maybe I should let my video break it down. Oh, Elroy in the building. Maybe I should let my video break it down. 5-year member. Elroy's here. Okay, that's the video. We're live. Hold on. Elroy. How could that be live like that? Elroy in the building. Maybe I should let my. I just found a flaw. I found a flaw. Video break it down. Because if you can post this on YouTube, on Twitter, and it's live, and they can watch it live like that. 5-year member. What's the point of even clicking the link? So maybe we won't share it on Twitter that we're actually live, because somebody could just watch it on Twitter.
Real-time cash flow straight to orb.
What's the point of clicking the link? So anyway, I'm gonna have to analyze that at a future date. Happy New Year. Happy 2026.
So shout out to Boozilla. Tar AI is pumping. Love your channel. Jeffro like the music. Better check out ANZ and ANZEN. On the dip, check out their backers. Boozilla also covered it. Who's this? Fire. Circle is invested in Allergen. Boozilla knows. Fire Bro, more music. The legend of Zebec CKJ. I hear it first from him a very long time ago. Zebec was 007 when I first heard about him. Actually, I heard it from somebody else that heard it from Boozilla. So we inadvertently got it from them. And they were talking about ZBC, and that the ZBC was doing a 1 to like 100 swap. And I swapped a whole bunch. And I sold it, which I'd have kept it, but I bought some more and sold it. But at this point, I'm buying and holding. I'm not selling anymore. I'm not going to fall for the banana in the tailpipe. I'm not going to swap it to anything else at this point. we are riding it all the way up. Right? We're losing time with swapping and trying to bring it back. We're just going to ride it out at this point. So, what is this? You said what was that? ZN. The E. Okay. So it's not in the top 1000. Is this right? AZ. And yeah, it's not in the top 1000 yet. So that might be a good buy. I know I picked up some of this electric protocol, just something to stash away for rainy days. Not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes. ANEZ. And okay, oh, tripping. This is my keyboard. My keyboard's in the mail. I was out of town, so I shipped a lot of this stuff back. So I'm still waiting. Oh wow! So there is a Aiden Finance USDZ. Is this a stable coin? And Ann's Financial. Ooh, that Aiden's Financial USDZ must be a stable coin. But this ANZ with 300 market cap at the 004 is when I like to get in, bro. That's what I like to buy. That's the crypto I like to research and see what is going on. And it is also on MetaMask. I'm gonna have to switch everything over to MetaMask because this is crazy. MetaMask is getting all the heavy hitters early. So let's see here. Go back to finish this video. I'm tripping. Sorry about that, guys.
The first stream of the new year. As a matter of fact, Devon, you're officially the first post of the new year as far as the first highlighted membership message. 2026, we lit. Super focused. Y'all know if I came here this morning focused more than ever. Here it is right here. Focused more than ever. I'm going to highlight a Telegram, so the both Sam is on fire in here. Payments and payroll. ZBCN. Yeah. Damn. This is the video last night, our surprise live stream. Matter of fact, the family was on fire last night in this live stream. Thank you for the love last night. Miss Lady, Gmail Brown, Mr. Zam, Crypto Clark. Payments. And payroll of the user. Z. Yeah. Zebec on the block. Zebec on the block. We stream that guap. We stream that guap. Is that what they say? We stream that guap. Ain't no payroll D. And payroll. Oh, ain't no payroll delay. My code don't sleep. Okay, my code don't sleep. Real time cash flow. Straight to orbit. Yeah. Orbit. I'm what? I'm a crypto king. What a way to start the day. All right, so here's the thing. Let me get to the main part of this video. Okay, hold on. Oh, Light Green Man. Gmail Brown, Light Green Man, Crypto Clark. Thank you for the super chats from last night live stream. Super chats will help out the channel in a big way. I appreciate the support. Matter of fact, oh yeah, you guys had me pumped up. After the live stream, I dropped the video. So shout out to we was putting in work that last night. We're here to put in that work. It's time to put in some work, Devon. Are you ready? 2026, no days off. 2026, no days off. Anyway, let's fast forward to the main part here. Because I kind of covered it last night. Okay, hold on. Okay, it was in the beginning. I tried to make a clip of this before the live stream, but it wouldn't let me do it. Long story. So last night's live stream, because here's the thing. I told the world in 2025, January, that because I just felt like I really had to do something big for 2025. because after being in cryptocurrency since 2016, thank you, Silver Days. Oh, that's last night's live chat. After being in crypto for a decade, like I wanted to like have bigger and bigger calls each year. So I'm like, what can we do this year? What can we do this year that's going to be like, to let the world know that, we're better than the year before. So I said, man, we're gonna issue the biggest call in 2025. And I'm telling you, I think no, like I talk a lot of noise and like hyping it up a little bit, but I think it really was the biggest call. You guys remember what Uphold said, right? Uphold said that Zebec was their most successful launch this year. But I think it might have been their most successful launch to date. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's going to maybe compete with XRP numbers, but possibly. Because the thing is, when XRP launched on Uphold, there wasn't like a really big XRP community. So I'm not sure if that launch was successful as Zebec, but I do know the Uphold founder said that Zebec was the most successful launch this year. And he probably could have just said it was the most successful launch to date. So that kind of solidifies that, damn, Bullzilla did do it. I think he called the biggest call this year, Silver Days. What's up, oh yeah, Operation Shutdown. How can I'm trying to figure out, because you were saying that you had an account that was blocked, right? And I'm telling you, I think that happened to quite a few people other than you, because you have another account with the wrench, right? What? Can a mod block a mod? I'm kind of curious on that, because was your other account had a wrench Operation Shutdown? Because I did have another YouTube channel, and I would just get people to comment on that video when I could find your name, but I could not find it to save my life. Like the wrenches, the mods, the block, unblock. It's like very hard to find sometimes. I did try to find it though. But then it concerns me a little bit too, like that you're saying your account is blocked and you had a wrench. So it even lets me know that we had a rogue mod. We had a rogue mod that went through blocking a whole lot of accounts, which I think that's possible. I think that's possible because it's happened to me a few times before. It's happened to me a few times. Rogue mods, rogue mods, they just start blocking people. But I don't know if can a mod block a mod? I like to try real quick. Let me see. Is Devon here? Devon, can you block VA? No, I'm gonna unblock him right here in the same live stream. If Devon blocks VA, because Devon's a mod, VA's a mod. So I want to see if Devon can block VA as a mod blocking a mod. And then I'll unblock you right away, VA. I'm just curious. I'm trying to figure out how Operation Shutdown got blocked. All right, here goes Sam right here. Believe it or not, when I dropped the Zebec challenge, this Gmail Brown says super cycle or bust. This is even before I knew Sam. And he was reminiscing about how he was riding Zebec and it shocked his portfolio and shocked, like his coworkers. He was going nuts, like, oh, this is the buildup for the Zebec call in 2025. Oh my God, Zebec rocketed it. But then on this end over here, we just issued the millions Zebec challenge. Shout out to B Rocket. I got you, B Rocket, if you're out there. So we was like, oh, because B Rocket is a member too. Oh my God, we sent Zebec, guys. So here's where it starts right here, Silver Days. Oh, Crypto Mark, Happy New Year, sir. Yes, a mod can block a mod. Okay. So I think it's official. I don't think we have to go through all the extra steps. If Crypto Mark says a mod can block a mod. So I'm thinking there's more accounts out there blocking Operation Shutdown. I'm thinking we got a lot. I think a mod went through and blocked a whole lot of accounts that are like normally here. I think there's a whole bunch of people watching right now that are blocked. Like, oh my God, CKJ finally figured it out. And finally, that's how we can do this. Let me think. You know what? Let me see something real quick. If I go to now that that's out the way, let me say. Now the thing is, I can find people on my. I used to have another channel. Let me see, Bullish Network. Bullish Network. I'm going to show you the video to comment on if you're blocked. No Bullish. Yeah, because I found out easier way to unblock people. Bullish Net.
Today, Bitcoin rises as we close out the week, And Bit Digital CEO Sam Tabar breaks down what we can expect in 2026 as it relates to the Ethereum network. Welcome to CNBC's Crypto World. I'm Talia Kaplan. Let's get a quick check of prices as we kick off the new year. As of noon Eastern, major cryptocurrencies are on the rise, with Bitcoin, Ether, and XRP all.
So yeah, we kind of rolled right out of that one, man. I don't know what happened. Buying steak, ride the wave. Yeah, hit her all day. I was trying to find it. I did get it on Radiance. No, Phantom. I got it on Phantom wallet. Uh he have mine blocked. Huh? No problem, Silver Days. Gonna go over to Trading Sniper and look at his price prediction real quick.
Guys are doing fantastic. Listen, today we're going to be talking about the one, the only Zebec Network. Now, listen, today we are going to be doing the official 2026 price prediction, where I believe Zebec will hit and go to over this upcoming year. Now, at what point exactly, I cannot tell you, but generally at 1 point 2026, what price do I expect Zebec Network to hit is going to be answered. But before we answer this, we have to look at some of the things that have been happening already and are going to be happening in 2026 from the knowledge we have. Okay, we don't have too much knowledge just yet, but we have a decent amount. Plus, we could also just, if we reflect on the 2025 year Zebec did have, we know they have been pumping things left, right, and center, especially for the last 6 months. And I don't really expect things to slow down in 2026. Okay. I really don't. Okay. So, right, we have, this, right, publish a full 2026 roadmap and updated tokenomics in early 2026 that I expect to happen, deepen integration with the US ACH network through Notcha. Very big. Expand ISO 20022 payment messaging across traditional banking rails, right? I expect this, we got approved and everything and we're compliant, but now it's like, okay, it is time to be expanding. It is time to be growing. It is time to be, building a bigger foundation on top of this. We're going to be running a multi-rail payroll using ACH, Wire, FedNow, RTP with optional stablecoin settlements. And of course, some other things could be added. Rollout earned wage access, cross-border payments, or payouts, I should say, and stable coin payroll in phases. Launch and scale the Zebec Pay / super app for consumer payroll and spending, right? The super app is going to be huge. 2026 is pretty much going to be like the start of Zebec when it's truly out there, right? Everything is kind of like the foundation. We're building it. And 2026 is actually when we start moving forward with the app and getting paid in real time. So it's going to be crazy. All right, it's going to be crazy. And I'm sure there's also going to be big developments on top of everything we have already achieved and are going to be achieving. All right, expand retail payment infrastructure and point of sale support. So ZPIN, continue expanding the Zebec card ecosystem across more regions, right? The Zebec card has grown a lot, and I do expect it to do very well. Scale Zebec Net eSIM and deepen telecom distribution globally, right? Something we actually missed into 2025 recap was this. And continue scheduled token vesting and unlocks through 2026, right? We have this. Of course, we have also FCA in progress. I expect this to be done in 2026 because, of course, the super app, and that's when they're really planning on bringing Zebec to life and going from theory into practice, right? From theory into the real world, okay? And yeah, that is super exciting. Also, I expect, all right, like we said, it's a super app and everything's come out, but I also expect generally a lot more adoption happening with crypto through 2026. I really do. There's been a lot of good news the last 2 years regarding everything, especially over the last year, but I expect it to continue to just keep going and keep scaling through 2026, right? And again, I believe we're still gonna have some some type of things that are going to be happening that are more, in theory, but I do feel like we're going to have more rules coming in practice and slight changes here and there and adjustments through 2026, because I do think all of this waiting is going to be finally done for. And I think we're going to get the real value in pretty much altcoins and crypto. We will look at something else like Bitcoin because this is actually important. Bitcoin is looking solid. Now, that doesn't mean that temporarily we won't see some type of manipulation. But as of right now, when I look at this chart, there's no break of structure or anything. So in theory, we could still be going up even higher and higher. But of course, we'll have to see how something plays out. Keeping that in mind means that there's potential expansion to go further up, at least possibly sweep these highs, go to 130 or even 140K before we get official confirmation. Or we could even just continue just to dominate very, very aggressively and very, very narrowly for another year, right? So this also makes a difference. But I do think Bitcoin at one point will break structure and we will see a big flow into altcoins. I personally still expect altcoins to have one of the best seasons ever happening 2026, right? So with that being said, I expect the Bitcoin dominance to be dropping a lot. And I expect a huge shift of liquidity and more liquidity on top of this to be going into altcoins. And I expect the things like, XRP, HBAR, Zebec, all of these cryptos to explode, right? Because when I look at something even like XRP actually closed pretty good on the year. Like it really, really did. And we'll just do a quick analysis. This practically closed on top of the last high. So this is trying to turn the roof into the floor, meaning that we do want to go higher, generally speaking. And if I do expect to see XRP go higher, potentially to $4, $5, $7, $8, $10, then I expect some of that liquidity to be flowing into something like Zebec, because Zebec is part of the ISO elite club. And that is just the truth, right? We are part of the club. We could also see Zebec is only at 240 million market cap. Okay. All these other cryptos are doing very, very well. Obviously XRP is a big boy. Okay. But it is at 113 billion market cap. Even if we just saw right now, let's say a sell-off from XRP and we got just even 2% of XRP's funding, XRP's money go into Zebec. You guys do realize that that would be roughly 2.6 billion market cap added to Zebec just from XRP. And that's not even to see if Zebec gets more natural adoption, if just more natural liquidity comes into Zebec Network, or if other points of liquidity, let's say from Bitcoin or meme coins or narrative shifts, go into Zebec. So even if we right now got 1 to 2%, we would go up a couple billion in market cap. And this is just from XRP, nothing else. I also expect Zebec Network to be getting listed on Coinbase, Binance, and Robinhood through 2026, which will add more exposure and will add a lot more liquidity as well and consistent volume. So I expect that as well to be happening. Also, know that there's a lot of things behind the scenes that are happening that we do not know. Why? Because Zebec Network, they don't always, tease everything. They just kind of say, hey guys, we were working on something. We just have one of the biggest partnerships ever. Here's this. And you're like, what the hell just happened? Out of nowhere. I expect more institutional adoption. I expect more banks to get on board. Okay. I expect more direct banking funding. I expect us to be really integrated and be live and everything is just working, by 2026, and the whole system is up and Zebec goes from theory to practice. So this makes a huge difference. We've seen when cryptos blow up, let's say something like XLM, right? If we go to all, we go to market cap, sorry, not market cap, we go to all, we go to price, right? There was a time where XLM was very, very low. Actually, I don't like that it's like this. So we'll go actually like this. XLM, right? Boom, right? Stellar. This thing was, slow, and then boom, just one fantastic year, and this thing went up a lot. And then guess what? At the start of the next year, it went up even higher, right? It went up ridiculous percentages. Okay. Boom. This thing went up 37,000%. Okay. Do you realize how much that is? And it's probably even more. It's probably even more because I probably didn't even get the actual literal bottom. So yeah, we've seen massive, massive spikes and massive, massive adoption. And what happens? Okay. So, just be open-minded to that. we can see, you know, so it went from like 20 million and then just to 10 billion, right? Very, very awkward chart, I won't lie. But we can see how fast momentum shifts. You know, this is pretty much the early 2017, let's just say 4 months in, it's at 22 million market cap at the start of April. Okay. By 2018, the start of January, it's up to 11 billion market cap. And this is what, 8 years ago now, practically, right? And that's how much adoption it went and got. We went literally from nothing. We went from 22 million to 12 billion practically. Okay. So I expect Zebec to have something similar happen at the low end, right? And if we were to do those numbers, for example, right, if Zebec were to hit a 10x, this would be 2.4 billion. We do a 5x, you know, we're looking at roughly, you know, roughly 12 and a half, like roughly 12 billion market cap. Okay. And if we do a 50x from here, right, we pretty much get rid of one of the zeros and then we go to a much higher market cap of what, roughly 10 to 15 cents, right? And that's the thing. And that's only if we copy XLM. So, and I do think with the way the world is shifting, with how much pro crypto stuff there is now, I do actually expect for this to be smashed easily. And I do think Zebec can hit that 25 to 40 billion market cap range. Okay, so if I were to even 100x from here, right, I'm at 24 billion market cap, which is pretty much right at the edge of our range. So where would that put us? Roughly at 24, let's just say 25 cents. So what is my final price prediction for something like Zebec Network? I think 35 cents is going to happen for Zebec Network in 2026. Now, some people might think that's crazy. Some people might think that's underwhelming. I believe this is a more conservative approach. Some people might think, no, this is crazy. I would be happily, you know, proven wrong if we go obviously higher. And even let's just say we hit something like XLM did back 8 years ago. Let's say we go to that 10 to 12 billion market cap. We would still be making such insane money that it's like, okay, well, I was wrong with my price prediction. I was wrong with my targets. By the end of the day, it's still a 50x from here. You understand? It's still very, very nice money. So I truly do believe with how important and how significant Zebec is and how well integrated it's going to be with literally every bank and how a much bigger crypto is going to be in 2026 and with the with what they produced in 2025, I expect it to pretty much be the same at this point in 2026. I really do believe Zebec is going to be a multi-billion market cap coin, and I do think 35 cents is going to be roughly the target. Yeah, that is it though, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you guys did enjoy. I love you guys so much. Remember, there's gonna be more money, more adoption, more everything in this world, and especially regarding with crypto and Zebec. And at the end of the day, right, we will obviously be adjusting our, let's say, goal. We will be moving the goalpost when it comes to the actual time, right? Because let's say we do hit 20 cents and there's zero signs of slowing down, I'm going to keep my money in. If we do hit something like, let's say it's the opposite. Let's say we go to 5 cents and there's massive reversal signs. Well, guess what? Guess things were in one way a flop, but in a way we still made money and I'm going to cash out. It's just as simple as that, right? This is not a life or death. It's a has to hit or I'm not cashing out scenario. At the end of the day, right, we will be adjusting and updating everything because if we do, let's say it's 35 cents and there's still zero signs of slowing down, well, I'm personally going to hold on further, right? I'm going to hold on longer because maybe at that point, 45, 50 cents, 60 cents is on the table. Maybe even $1 is on the table at that point, right? The structure in the moment is going to be the most important, and being able to sell for such a nice gain is going to be the hardest thing because you're always going to think, well, if this just goes up another 2%, 5%, 10%, my portfolio is going to look even better, right? It's a whole nother ball game when you're in profits, when you're up a lot and there's a lot on the line. But that's another story for another day.
So shout out to the trading sniper And we're finishing off with this video from the ZBCN today. Zebec is positioning before altcoin season. The setup, most are missing the Zebec coin. So let's finish this little video and then we will shut it down. So thanks for joining for the first stream of the year. Thanks for sticking with your main man, BTM. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And hit your main man up with a super chat to kick the year off. But who is this? Ricky. I'm now enlisted in the Zebec Navy. Welcome to the Navy, brother. Thanks for joining. You're part of the Army. Zebec is the Army, better yet, the Navy. Shout out to the Air Force and the Space Force. Zebec is a ship that will never wreck. Thanks, BTM. What happened to your other channel? What other channel, Justin? What are you talking about? Zebec Navy SEALs, let's go. What up? Mambo Land, what's going on? Justin Crypto, I'm not sure what you're talking about. You're talking about the Black Tiger Miner channel? This is it? I just changed the name. Justin Crypto OG. Wasn't it called something else? Yeah, I think I just changed the name, brother. No worries. I might do a Caspa video later. I just realized I might have lost people when I changed the name of the channel. I'm tripping. But yeah, let's finish this video out and I'll be right back.
Below the $3 trillion total market cap level. Sentiment across the board remains cautious. The fear and greed index is hovering around the low 30s, which tells us something very important. The market is still leaning toward fear, not euphoria. This is not a late cycle environment. This is not a blow off top. This is the type of market structure where early positioning usually begins. And here's a key data point most people are ignoring. The altcoin index is sitting at roughly 23 out of 100. That means we are nowhere near an altcoin season yet. What we're seeing instead are small, selective moves, brief pumps, short bursts of momentum, rather than a full-scale altcoin rally. Historically, this phase tends to come before capital rotation really accelerates. Now, within that environment, ZBCN has quietly begun to move. Over the last 24 hours, ZBCN has posted a gain of roughly 4%. Nothing explosive, nothing parabolic, but steady movement at this stage matters far more than hype-driven spikes. The current market capitalization is sitting around $240 million, which places ZBCN firmly in small cap territory, but not micro cap anymore. What's even more important than price, though, is what's happening behind the scenes. The number of holders continues to increase on a consistent basis. Circulating supply is approaching the 100 billion range, which has sparked ongoing discussion around supply management and future burn mechanisms. While no one should blindly price in burns before they're confirmed, the fact that this conversation is even happening signals that the project is maturing. Zebec is no longer being positioned as a speculative experiment. It's being positioned as infrastructure. Here's the key point I want everyone to understand. Moves like this, small gains, slow accumulation, rising holder counts, are what the early phase of a bull cycle often looks like in hindsight. When everyone is waiting for confirmation, that's usually when positioning starts. This brings us to a broader discussion about price potential. One of the most interesting frameworks circulating right now comes from an analysis that maps ZBCN's potential valuation to different Bitcoin price scenarios, not as a guarantee, not as financial advice, but as a probability-based forecast. Let's walk through it logically. If Bitcoin were to reach the $150,000 range during a solid, that would imply strong institutional participation, healthy liquidity conditions, and meaningful adoption, not just speculation. Under that scenario, ZBCN could reasonably trade in a range between 8 cents and 12 cents. Why? Because that price range would align with real-world use cases gaining traction, particularly payroll systems, cross-border payments, and enterprise-level adoption. At roughly 1 cent, ZBCN would sit near a $1 billion market cap. That alone is not an outrageous number when you consider how quickly utility-focused projects have repriced in previous cycles. Now let's push the model further. If Bitcoin were to approach $200,000 sometime in 2026, that would likely represent a full-blown bull market with widespread institutional deployment. In that environment, ZBCN's projected range expands significantly, potentially into the 12 to 30 cent zone. That kind of move might sound aggressive to newer market participants, but historically, we've seen assets like XRP move from pennies to multiple dollars within a single cycle when liquidity, narrative, and adoption align. The key takeaway here is not the exact number, it's that these types of moves are not unprecedented. If Bitcoin were to enter a true supercycle, approaching $250,000, the implications for infrastructure focused altcoins would be massive. Everything you hear on ZBCN today is for educational and informational purposes only. Nothing in this video should be considered financial advice, investment advice, or a recommendation to buy or sell any asset. Well, in that scenario, ZBCN moving beyond 30 cents would not be driven by hype alone. It would be driven by enterprise demand, institutional partnerships, and real-world financial integration. At that stage, utility becomes the primary valuation driver, not speculation. This would position Zebec as part of a trillion-dollar shift in how payments, payroll, and financial rails operate globally. Now let's zoom out and look at Bitcoin itself. Several major institutions and publications, including Forbes, have released forward-looking estimates for Bitcoin in 2026, with projections clustering between $120,000 and $170,000. The common thread across these forecasts is institutional capital deployment. Rate cuts in the United States are expected. Regulatory clarity is improving. Political support for digital assets is strengthening. Strategic Bitcoin reserve discussions are no longer fringe ideas. Legislation like the Clarity Act, which establishes a framework for how banks and crypto firms can operate with digital assets, is already moving through government channels. This is not speculative anymore. This is structural. Another major factor is access. Tens of thousands of managed accounts could soon gain exposure to crypto through compliant financial products. That kind of access changes demand dynamics entirely. What this means for altcoins and ZBCN. Bitcoin still dominates the market. When Bitcoin moves, liquidity eventually flows outward into altcoins. That process doesn't happen overnight, but when it does, projects with real infrastructure tend to benefit the most. Historical data supports this. When Bitcoin previously traded in the $90,000 to $120,000 range, ZBCN reached market caps in the $500 to $600 million area. That means even a return to those conditions would represent a potential 2 to 3 times move from current levels. And this time, Zebec is fundamentally stronger. Despite market headwinds, ZBCN has continued to execute. Partnerships, acquisitions, exchange listings, compliance milestones. The project has achieved major certifications, including SOC 2 and ISO standards, placing it in a category that very few crypto projects ever reach. This level of compliance is not built for retail hype, it's built for institutions. Even on platforms like Uphold, ZBCN ranked among the top traded tokens of the year, alongside assets like XRP. That kind of volume doesn't happen by accident. The narrative around Zebec has shifted. Doubt is being replaced with verification. So where does that leave us? The crypto market is still early in its recovery phase. Sentiment remains cautious. Altcoin season has not arrived yet, but beneath the surface, positioning is happening. ZBCN sits at a relatively modest market cap with growing holders, improving fundamentals, real-world use cases, and increasing regulatory alignment. When you layer that on top of a potentially bullish Bitcoin environment in 2026, the long-term outlook becomes very compelling. No one can predict exact prices. Nothing in this video is financial advice, but probability favors projects that build quietly while others chase noise. If you're getting value from this kind of focused, fundamentals-driven Zebec content, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to ZBCN today, and turn on notifications so you don't miss future updates.
So shout out to whoever's making this faceless YouTube video, the ZBCN today. And Justin Crypto, get the word out. This is the CASPA BTM, which is the BTM Crypto News Network. It's the same channel, bro. I just realized people probably can't find. It's weird though. You should see the same BTM Crypto News Network or Crypto News, or maybe it was just BTM. Fuck Tiger Miner. Fuck Tiger. Was it BTM? I don't know. But thanks for joining. I don't want to hold you guys all night. Coming up on hour 45. Yes, I did get into Stronghold as well. Phantom Beats. Stronghold and ZBCN are two projects I went Maxi when they came out. Yeah, I've been slowly stacking up the Stronghold as well. But let's go back to the bubbles real quick. So thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And as always, dang it, let's get back to the money, guys, and stay dangerous. It's your main man, BTM, signing out. Miners out.